Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Michelle Fondin. I'm an author and speaker. I'm the author of the new book, Twin Flame Romance, The Journey to Unconditional Love, available now in paperback, Kindle, and Audible books. Make sure to pick up your copy. And I'm also the author of Chakra Healing for Vibrant Energy, exploring your 7 energy centers with mindfulness, yoga, and Ayurveda. If you pick up a copy of this book in the month of February 2020 and leave a review on Amazon for this book, email me at michellefondinauthor@gmail.com and I will send you an Audible promo code for Twin Flame Romance. If you're new to my channel, welcome! Please hit subscribe below. Click on that bell, scroll up to all for all notifications, and give the video a thumbs up. If you would like to book a Twin Flame reading with me, I do 30, 60, and 90-minute readings. My website's below, fondinwellness.com. Today we are talking about, hey, be careful. My soul lives inside of you. I know this is a crazy topic after I published the video, why I don't do airy fairy. And if you haven't yet viewed that video, go ahead. I'll put the link up here on the screen and go ahead and click on that link after the video to view that video. So it's a little bit of an esoteric topic, you guys, but you're a twin flame, so you should probably understand it. Now, this came to me, and as many of these videos come to me, this came to me because a lot of you who post comments in the comment section on many of the videos, in addition to that, I do receive comments and emails, which I don't respond to emails typically unless if you're booking a reading with me. There's no way. There's not enough hours in the day. There's no way I can possibly do it. But I have been getting this sense that some of you, not all of you, but some of you are still acting as if your twin flame lives outside of you, that your twin flame is actually a separate entity than you, which is totally not true. They have a different body than you, but your twin flame, their soul lives inside of you, and your soul lives inside of your twin flame. Your minds are connected, your energy fields are connected, your souls are connected. Everything is connected except for your physical bodies, especially if you are in separation with your twin flame. Therefore, you need to be really super duper careful on how you treat your twin flame, even in separation, because you guys are never truly separated. You live in unity, you live in union. Your twin flame soul is inside of you, or half their soul is inside of you, half the soul is inside of them, half of your soul is inside of you, half of your soul is inside of your twin flame. Therefore, the way you treat your twin flame, the way you talk about your twin flame, the way you act towards your twin flame, even in separation, you guys, is all recorded inside of your twin soul. Because when we have our individual souls, and I really talk about this more in my meditation course, if you're interested in taking my online meditation course, make sure that you email me at michellefondinauthor@gmail.com. Fantastic course. But we do talk about this, the individual soul. The individual soul is recording real time everything that is happening in your current life and in your past lives. So it's recording real time. Therefore, if you say anything negative about your twin, if you have a negative attitude, if you have negative words, if you have nastiness towards your twin, if you're angry, upset, judgmental towards your twin, that is all being recorded in their soul. It's being recorded in your soul too, but it's also being recorded in their soul. Not to mention the way you treat your body, the way you treat your mind, the way you treat yourself is also being recorded real time in your twin's soul. Inversely, the way they treat themselves, the way they treat their body, mind, and of course their soul is being recorded real time in their soul. This also came to me because, and I kind of wanted to do a separate video on this, and which I still may do, but there have been many of you who have been commenting, again, in the posts of the comment section below in the videos, my twin flame's a narcissist. Here's the thing, guys. I think narcissist is a way overused word that it doesn't do justice to actually what is happening. It's a way over exaggeration of the way you have perceived your twin flame, or anybody else for that matter. you really need to go back and look at the true definition of what a narcissist is. By definition, a narcissist cannot be a twin flame, because a narcissist is incapable. They are psychologically and mentally incapable of seeing anything else outside of themselves. They are incapable. They're incapable of making true human connections outside of themselves, because they can only see themselves. They cannot see any other point of view in the entire world except for the point of view of themselves. We actually have a true narcissist in power today in the United States. But a narcissist really they have such blinders on. They do not have compassion. They do not have empathy at all. They can't even see outside of themselves as far as how the world operates outside of the egocentric center that is themselves. Therefore, if they inflict pain on another person, any person, it could be even a dog or a cat, if they inflict pain on that, they don't feel bad because they cannot empathize. They cannot see pain outside of themselves. They cannot see joy outside of themselves. So unless somebody is giving them something or doing something for them, they will not feel joy. A true narcissist is a severe mental disorder. If you are a twin flame, twin flames are soul connected. Therefore, you are consistently and constantly feeling empathy for the other person, especially your twin flame, of course. And if you are a narcissist, you are not hardwired to even be a twin flame because you can't feel empathy. Now, what I think many of you are probably feeling is that your twin flame, if they've mistreated you by ghosting you or saying not nice things to you, it's probably that they're just more living in their ego rather than living in their spirit or their soul. Therefore, you are perceiving them as being narcissist. But if that person is truly a narcissist, there's no way on God's green earth that they could be a twin flame, not ever, never. They couldn't even be a soulmate because they have no perception of anything outside of themselves. That goes for that. The second thing is, if you are still in the mode that you are criticizing or judging your twin, or you are blaming them or being angry and blowing up at them, even on the inside, even on the outside, even to other people, but maybe not necessarily to them if you're in separation. But if you are in that mode where you're like, screw them, they did this, 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 and this, and like, I hate them, and they're terrible people, and all of that, remember that your twin soul lives inside of you. If this is a truly twin flame connection for you and for your twin flame, they live inside of you. And they're part of you. They're a part of who you are. So if you're talking negatively about your twin, you are talking negatively about yourself. If you're mistreating your twin through verbal abuse, which I call, like if you're calling them, F you this, F you that, if you're saying you're an asshole, you are abusing your twin. You are abusing your twin, but you're also abusing yourself because your twin lives inside of you. Your twin soul is inside of you. That's part of you. That's part of who you are. Not to mention that you are living inside of your twin. So if you are pointing the finger at your twin and saying you're this, 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 and this, you're also pointing to you. And I think many of you just are not realizing this. You're living more in your ego, not in your spirit. You're living in the lower chakras that are not resolved yet. You're still in the survivalist phase of that fight or flight response, or that response of I need to survive or get what's mine, versus getting into the spiritual aspect and having compassion for your twin. Because if you have compassion for your twin, then you have compassion for yourself. If you have compassion for yourself, then you have compassion for your twin. If you have true love for yourself, then you have true love for your twin. There's no way it could go differently than that. If you are loathing your twin, then you have self-loathing going on. If you have anger towards your twin, then you have some anger towards yourself going on. And it's really super duper important that you understand that. If you have only love for yourself, then you can only have love for your twin. There is no way it could be any other way. you could be displeased with their actions. You could say, I don't really enjoy it when they ghost me, or when I text them and they don't respond, or if they break a promise to me, that really makes me upset because it doesn't show me that they're in a caring mode right now. That's okay. Obviously, they have the human personality attached to their self, their body self, and their personality attached to their ego self. And if they're acting in a certain way that's not in accordance with how you perceive as loving behavior, it's okay to call them out on it. It's okay to make comments like, they're not living in their spirit. They're not living in their love. That's fine. That's behavior. That's a behavioral trait. That's something that they're behaving as. But it's not who they are. Who they are is a spiritual being full of love, because the very nature of a twin flame is that twin flames would not be awakened if they had severe hatred in their heart, if they were disconnected spiritually, if they wanted to do other people harm. That twin flames that awaken have already transcended much of that. That doesn't mean that there are other things that twin flames need to transcend, but the real nitty-gritty, hardcore, like ego-based negative behavior that is very destructive, that needs to be worked out through lifetimes. And a twin flame will not show up in this earth and awaken to the twin flame journey if they are really in super duper harmful behavior that is really harming not only themselves but other people as well. So you just need to be cognizant and keep that in mind. Like, a twin flame is not going to be a murderer. Like, it's just not going to happen, because the level of compassion that you have in your heart is not going to be reflected in that type of behavior. All of this to say, and I know this is kind of a long-winded way to say that because your twin soul lives inside of you, and because of your soul living inside of your twin, obviously you can only be responsible for your behavior. You can only be responsible for your words, your deeds, your actions, and your thoughts. You alone can be responsible for the stuff that's going on inside of you and the stuff that comes out of your mouth and also through your actions. Therefore, if you pay attention to this behavior and are really cognizant of how you are treating your twin, what are your thoughts towards your twin flame? What are the words that you're saying about your twin flame? And if they are more negative than positive, then just know that you are mistreating them, and therefore you're mistreating yourself, because your twin soul lives inside of you and your soul lives inside of your twin. And it's such a symbiotic relationship that there's no way it could be any other way. There's absolutely no way it could be any other way. And of course, even biological twins, or even brothers and sisters, or moms and children, or dads and children, yes, even though you could have unconditional love for family members, for example, yeah, there will be moments, if you're truly a loving person, there will be moments where you are displeased with certain behaviors. Of course that happens. It's not that it's unrealistic to think that that's not going to happen. But as I mentioned just a few minutes ago, it's vastly different to call somebody out on behavior and say, that behavior is hurting me and who I am, and it's hurting our relationship. And maybe you need to re-examine this behavior if you want to stay in a loving connection with me. There's a difference between that and outrightly calling your twin names, or saying they're a bad person, or calling them a narcissist, or even egocentric. And just know that there are reasons why twin flames react the way they react. There are reasons why the separation happens. And I posted a video long back on that, why separation happens. And if you go to the community section, I reposted it there so you could click on that link. But there are reasons for all of these things in the twin flame journey, and it's a very confusing journey. I know if you're really new to this, you know how confusing it can be, and you are probably in the most confused state right now. I totally get it. I've been in this journey since September of, I can't believe I'm saying this, September of 2018, I've been on this journey, so I understand how confusing it can be. That being said, your twin lives inside of you, you live inside of your twin, it's a symbiotic relationship, everything is being recorded real time, it's your responsibility on how you treat your twin inside and out, on the inside and on the outside. Subconscious mind, conscious mind, nonverbal and verbal. You are totally responsible. And knowing that you have the responsibility of your twin soul inside of you, hold that with precious space. Hold that with precious space. Treat that piece of your twin soul like you would treat your own child. Nurture it, love it. There's no other way to be in this. And if you are still living in anger and rejection and spite and loathing and all that, you need to re-examine yourself. Because all of those emotions and feelings are being redirected toward you, which means it's coming from you. It's not coming from your twin, it's coming from you. So it's time to get real. It's time to really examine what's going on inside of you. It's time to heal those aspects of you that are still full of anger and self-loathing and negative feelings towards yourself because of the symbiotic relationship with your twin. So I hope this helps today. I know it's not woo, this is so happy. I'm feeling so happy after this. It's not that. It's more to make you think. It's more to make you reflect on what is coming out of your mouth when you talk about your twin. Are you holding that sacred space for your twin inside of you where their soul is? Are you holding that sacred space for them? Are you loving them the best that you could possibly love them? Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel below. Click on that bell for notifications. Give the video a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing this video with other twin flames. And thank you so much for supporting this YouTube channel. You can buy a book or 2 or 3. You can pledge your support on Patreon. We do a private party podcast every single month. www.patreon.com/Michelle S. Fondin. And I will see you in the next video.